2-0. And good evening, Goffstown, and welcome, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, to the Goffstown Gym, where the Lady Grizzlies will take place their last game of the season.
The finale. This is it.
That's right. It's unbelievable. I'm Bob Bartolucci. I'm joined with Rob Foreman. And, boy, the season flew by, but here we are, senior night already. Last game of the regular season. And, well, an interesting season. Why don't you recap it for us, Rob?
Yeah, I think exactly what we thought would happen kind of played out. There were 2 or 3, maybe 4 teams in that top tier that really separated themselves from the rest of the division. And then there's a bunch of teams in the middle. I think we're lucky enough to be at the top of that bunch, where we're 12-5 or what? Yeah, we're 12-5. A very good season. We saw a lot out of Maggie. What a tremendous season! 1,000-point score, really capping off a 4-year career here. Out of this world. So I think we've seen some new stars. We've seen some young players get a lot of action this year. Which bodes well for the future.
A glimpse at the future. Yeah. And one thing that didn't let us down, I think both of us. I mean, we did it in the preseason show. We did, and you and I talk a lot. And
you talk a lot.
Well, I talk more, but I'm just saying we. One thing that didn't let us down, Maggie did not let us down as far as from a leadership point of view. Aside from the scoring and her leadership on the court, but off the court, of continuing the tradition that's really been what Goffstown basketball has been here for the past 8 to 10 years.
Absolutely. She blossomed into quite the leader, really composed at all times. Even when things weren't going our way during the game, or you could just see her take over at times, put the team on her back, and never really lose that composure. So I've been really impressed to watch the maturity of her over these 4 years.
Oh, yeah. And, you and I have both been able to witness, ever since she was a freshman playing and how she's matured just as a player, as an individual and stuff like that. Other leaders on the team, too. Abigail Estano, one of the other seniors, has been a leader, starter most nights. Playing strong minutes even off the bench. Penny Annis, we've seen play a lot and watched her game kind of round out. When she's on her game, she could be a
very physical.
Very physical, but she's also can be a very potent player.
Difference maker.
Under the basket, absolutely. Obviously, you got Ella Mallorin coming back. After taking some time off from basketball, but she jumped right in and really hasn't missed a beat.
Right.
And then who's our other senior?
Gemma.
Oh, Gemma.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, she's been injured all season.
Right.
So, it would have been great if she was able to actually play.
But in a really cool gesture tonight, she's going to get the start. She'll be introduced as the starter. She'll go on the floor, and then she'll come right out at the first time out. But, she's been battling injury all year. She did get to fill in for me, so the fans got to hear her on the mic, and she did a great job.
She did do a great job. So she's got a backup career all lined up, even if the
all ready to
basketball
go.
thing doesn't work.
That's right.
So we will be here, of course, through senior night, and Al will take over the mic and be introducing things. But, past couple of games, our Grizzlies, for the first time this season, I mean, they had the odd game now and then that they would lose. Because we were off to a really good start. One time 7-2, and then we were 11-3, but now we lost a couple in a row.
Yeah, 2 in a row.
So how do you think, or what do you think the mindset should be for tonight against a very scrappy and a good Alvirne team?
Absolutely. Well, I think both teams coming in here losing 2 in a row. So the pressure is on both of them. You want to get a win heading into the playoffs. Goffstown will make the playoffs. It looks like they'll get a home game, whether that's a 6 or 7 seed, we'll see. But you want to go in strong. They always say playoff teams, you want to peak at the right time. You want to get hot tonight. You want to go over some things, some game-ready, live-action things, but you want to make progress. Put the 2 losses behind you, get that W tonight, move into the playoffs, and let's see what happens.
Well, and this should be a good test, because this is a team that's similar to Goffstown.
Right there in that middle of that bunch.
Right in the middle, and I think they play a similar style.
They do.
So this is going to be a very good tune-up game for the playoffs. It's not, it's not going to be a softie or a layover. And, we're going to have to play better than we have been the past couple of weeks, really, to beat this team tonight.
Yeah. And the challenge tonight is on senior night. It's one of those nights it's filled with emotions for families, for the players, for the seniors, for the underclassmen. It's that last glimpse of those that they looked up to for 4 years or 3 years or 2. So I know that, when I used to coach and have these nights like this is you got to go through the motions and have this wonderful ceremony, but then you got to get focused on the game. And you don't want the pregame celebration or tears to lead into the tip-off. So you got to kind of separate it. So we'll see how well they respond after the ceremony. But what a great time for the families to recognize their daughters, the athletic department to recognize what a cool evening.
Yeah, I mean, Goffstown has been a good school. It's been the basketball program's been very good here, and another really good group of girls.
Yeah.
Very good people and individuals. So I look forward to many great things from these girls as they move on. And they'll come back and see us and be in the stands.
We got a couple here tonight.
We got a couple here.
Two Avas from last year.
So we have Ava Vaughn and Ava Winterburn up in the crowd tonight. So it's going to be interesting. What are you going to be looking for early to know if we're really into this and kind of getting over the ceremony?
I think it's the ball movement on offense. Are we going to stand around and watch Maggie dribble and do her thing, or are we all going to get involved? And that means Ella down low, Penny down low. The ball movement, the three-pointers are great, but let's attack. Let's be aggressive on offense. And I think if we're aggressive on offense, the defense will be there because we can set up a press if we want to, and we really can control our destiny on defense if we can score. So I think it's the offensive end is key tonight.
Okay, so that'll be definitely something we're going to watch for. Obviously, the 5 seniors will be our starters.
They are, yeah.
So it just works out perfectly that there's 5 seniors.
Yeah.
So that'll be the starting lineup. What's going to happen is about another minute or so, they'll stop the warm-ups. They will have a little ceremony for the seniors where they will get a chance to be recognized along with their family. Families make sacrifices too for these girls to go all the way up in all their years.
It's a lot of years
playing basketball. As you know, you were out there last year.
Just a year ago, yeah.
That's right, and it flew by.
It did.
So we'll have that going on for the seniors in about a minute from now. There's a lot of action going on tonight with the high school girls throughout the league. So that's and there's important games to set up playoff position.
Yeah, so you'll have to pick up your newspaper or get on the interweb tomorrow and figure out who won these games. There's quite a few games tonight. And that middle of the road, I think the top 4 teams, the Bedford, Pinkerton, Londonderry, Portsmouth, those are set, those top 4 seeds. But that 5 through 14, I think is going to get real interesting.
Right.
Hey, we got about 20 seconds. Let's thank Dave, Jen, and Aiden all season long. Goffstown TV, GTV. They put up with us. They did a preseason show with us.
Yep.
They've come up with graphics. They're here late night with us, so we can't look as great as we do without them. So
Al can't figure out the headphones.
Yeah. Thankfully, they flip over, Al. Without them, we couldn't make this possible, and it's so cool for us to be able to do this and have other people and grandparents watching all over.
That's right. Yep.
So thanks to the GTV staff.
We love it. They all do it just for us.
I know.
You and I get more enjoyment out of this than anybody else.
That's right. We're going to turn it over to
Al.
I figured out his headset.
Big bad Al figured out his headphones.
They flip over, Al.
All this modern technology confuses you, huh, Al?
All right, we'll sign off and let Al take over.
And the festivities will begin.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is senior night here at Goffstown High School, where we honor our 5 senior basketball players and manager. But first, we would like to salute the 3 seniors on the Alvirne team that are with us tonight. Would you please stand to be recognized when their name is announced? Number 4, Rachel Aller. Number 10, Taryn Macklin. And number 12, Sadie Rogers. Ladies and gentlemen, the last 4 years have gone so quickly, and now our graduating seniors will be looking ahead to the next challenge. We would like to thank them for their dedication, hard work, enthusiasm, sportsmanship, and commitment to the basketball program here at Goffstown High School. Endings are always inevitable, and tonight is one of those days for all of us. But how lucky we all were to be able to share so many memorable experiences with them. And we would be remiss if we did not thank the parents, siblings, and grandparents for your support of your daughter over the last 4 years. They couldn't have done it without you. When stepping onto the court tonight, take a moment to stand quietly and look out into the crowd. Look to your teammates, to your coaches, and to your fellow seniors. And remember the way this made you feel, as this will be a feeling you will remember for the rest of your life. On this day, years from now, you will not remember the wins and losses of each season, but the people that took this journey with you and never let you look back. You will remember the teammates that picked you up and carried you through the good and bad of each day. You will remember the coaches that pushed you and never let you give up. You will remember the opportunity you were given to play the game you learned to love, the game that taught you more lessons about life, love, and dedication than anything ever could. Remember the love, remember the wins and the losses, remember the laughs and the tears, remember the battle wounds. Remember this feeling always and forever. We will now have each player come to center court to meet their parents or guardians, starting with our team manager, Livy Philippi. Joining her on the court will be her mom, Mill, and dad, Andy. Livy has meant so much to our basketball family over the last 2 years. She takes care of everything, whether it's keeping the scorebook for away games or making sure we have snacks. Livy has been an invaluable member of the program. She plans on attending college for a public health degree and becoming a pediatrician. Livy Philippi. Number 10, Gemma Panarian. Gemma will be joined on the court by Mom Sarah and Dad Jeremy. Gemma's determination, attitude, and intelligence speak to her contributions to her teammates. Despite being sidelined with an injury, Gemma has become an important voice and another set of eyes from the bench. She plans to attend Endicott College to study nursing. Gemma Panarian. Number 12, Ella Malowan. Ella will be joined on the court with Mom Erin, stepfather Kim, and brother Ben. Ella came back to basketball this season, and we could not have been happier about it. She fills an important Ella Malowan-sized hole, and we are grateful to celebrate her and what she brings to our program. She plans on attending Rivier University to study nursing and playing on their volleyball team. Ella Malowan. Number 15, Penny Annis. Penny will be joined by Mom Marion, Dad Seth, and Sister Gwen. Penny's dedication, effort, and toughness have been a major influence on the success of Goffstown basketball in her 4 years at Goffstown High School. She plans on taking a gap year and doing some traveling. Penny Annis. Number 13, Abigail Estano. She'll be joined on court by Mom Kathleen, Dad Rick, and brother Alex. Gail has a big heart and an outstanding attitude. She always gives maximum effort and encourages her teammates to do the same. She plans on attending Westfield State University to study pre-med and play goalie for their lacrosse team, and also will be attending Springfield Technical Community College part-time for medical imaging. Abigail Estano. And last but not least, number 1, Maggie Sasso. Maggie will be joined on the court by Mom Colleen, stepfather Dana, Dad Matt, and stepmother Diana. Maggie has contributed so much to our team as a competitor and as a leader. Even as one of the top seniors in the state, Maggie continues to find ways to improve her game. She plans to attend either Clemson University or the University of Charleston, both located in South Carolina. Maggie Sasso. We'd like to congratulate all of you from the entire Goffstown community. Best wishes in the playoffs and all of your future endeavors. And remember, you will always be a Grizzly no matter where you go. Congratulations, girls.
Well, that was a touching ceremony,
Very
wasn't
touching.
it?
I got a couple tears in my eyes. It's after you told me it was a year ago, I'm having these flashbacks, and
I remember you were right out there.
It was, and then I had to call the game with you afterwards.
That's right.
Thankfully, you make it feel so comfortable
Well,
here.
there you go.
But, yeah, you start having those memories, and that was a special group last year, those 4, as these 5 are this year. And, you know, you learn to grow with the families. We're on traveling on weekends together, so really cool just to see senior night.
Well, it is, you know, and you see the same parents here all the time when we're showing up, and of course, you know, they're very much rooting for their kids like we are, and it does become a little bit of a family, so it is kind of touching, and it is, you know, it's the end of something, and it's the end of another year, so it is going to be people that we're not going to see as often. Yeah. That's why it's great when we get people like the 2 Avas are back here tonight, and we've seen other ones throughout the year. Yeah. And stuff like that.
Yeah, like you said, you know, it is the end. It's also the beginning. They're young ladies.
Right.
They're going off into their next adventure, whether that's college or some other workforce. They're off to a next adventure. I mean, look at the 4 last year. 2 of them here tonight. We mentioned the Avas. Winterburn is playing at SNU basketball.
Correct.
Ava Vaughn is playing soccer at Johnson and Wales. Ava Ruggiero is at Sacred Heart, and my daughter Caroline is at Eckerd. So it's like,
there you go.
And they're more than halfway through their first year, which is crazy.
I know. They're moving through it.
Yeah.
And it makes me even feel older when I think about my kids. We'll finish all of it. So, yeah, we got to go back to a basketball game. So
That's right.
They're going to do a quick warm-up after that. You know, the teams get a little soft there sitting on the
loosen
bench.
Up.
And then we'll hand the mic back to Al when we'll do the starting lineup and the national anthem. And, of course, it's simple for Goffstown. It will be the 5 seniors who will start.
I did want to give a shout out to Olivia, who's the team manager.
Yep.
You know, that's the one that's always here every game, here early, stays late. She was here with the team last year, and I remember she was like the team mom. She had a bag full of tricks. If you needed a Band-Aid, a power bar, a hair tie, Livy had it in her bag.
Well, it was also important, too, keeping track of those stats. It particularly came in handy one night, I remember, in Trinity, where we had a few of the parents for our team who were a little perturbed with how they were putting up the fouls and who was in foul trouble and who wasn't. And it's her, being diligent on the books and keeping those stats that was very important.
Yeah. So it goes overlooked. I mean, she's not on the court, but the behind-the-scenes stuff that the team manager does for the team.
Just like the assistant coaches.
Absolutely.
I mean, we talk to Largy every night, but the assistant coaches are doing a ton.
They do.
They're making Largy look good.
They do.
Just like I do for you. Now back to Al. I think he did figure out the headphones this time, but looks like he's going to eat the microphone, Al. Don't have it too close to your mouth there, buddy.
Yeah, we'll do our normal
We don't have any trouble hearing you, even at a little bit of a distance.
Starting lineups, anthem, and then we'll join you right on the other side.
Yep.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Goffstown High School for tonight's NHIAA Division I basketball game between the Broncos of Alvirne High School and the Grizzlies of Goffstown High School. We ask for your cooperation at this NHIAA event in showing your respect for the athletes, coaches, and officials to make this game a meaningful one for all of those involved. And for your safety and security, in case of an emergency, please note where the nearest exit is to your current location. If we need to evacuate, an announcement will be made at that time. Thanks for your cooperation. And now, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for Alvirne High School. At forward, a 5'11" freshman, number 15, Courtney Anderson. At forward, a 5'9" sophomore, number 11, Julia Adams. At forward, a 5'10" junior, number 20, Ella Hartson. At forward, a 5'8" senior, number 12, Sadie Rogers. And at guard, a 5'5" senior, number 4, Rachel Allard. The coach of the Broncos is Frank Jerginis, and assistant coach is Jay Thomas. And now, here is the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. At forward, a 5'11" senior, number 15, Penny Annis. At forward, a 5'11" senior, number 12, Ella Mallowan. At guard, a 5'6" senior, number 13, Abigail Astano. At guard, a 5'6" senior, number 10, Gemma Panarian. And at guard, a 5'10" senior, number 1, Maggie Sasso. The coach of the Grizzlies is Steve Largy. Assistant coaches are Nate Bracey, Cassidy LaLamere, and Scott Brannon. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise if you are able and remove your hats as we honor America, our servicemen and women serving all over the globe, and all of our veterans with the singing of our national anthem, performed tonight by Addie Glazier, Angie Kennison, and Reese Still.
Once so proudly we hailed as the twilight
Well, that was a little surprise there.
Yeah.
We didn't get that in our program that we would have.
Just when you think you'd seen it all.
Right, yeah. Not a bad rendition
No,
if they weren't giggling so much.
I don't know if you watched the girls who sang, and they did a great job, and kudos for them for stepping up to do something
Absolutely.
like that. But they were looking at the teammates on the line over there,
Maggie
and there was a
Tassel
lot of
laughing
eyes
at
back and forth. So
yes.
that made it a little tougher. So what sounded out as a good idea, I don't know.
You know, what was amazing to me is how high pitched that was.
It was really high pitched.
I would definitely have some injuries to
Yes.
try to reach that.
Good job, ladies, kicking us off tonight.
So we're gonna have the opening tip off here. So finally, we're gonna play some basketball. It looks like
Here we
tonight,
go.
Bob.
Yeah.
So-
Feel like we did a whole nother show before this.
Yeah, I know. So it should be very interesting. Again, Alvirne, very good team. So it's a good matchup. Penny Annis will be taking the opening tip against Courtney Anderson. I think that's yes, Courtney. You got some moisture on the court.
Yeah, the old water trick so we can get Gemma out. She shouldn't be playing.
Right.
So
because of her injury.
Yeah, that's an agreement ahead of time. Some of the girls look shocked, but classy move.
So Alvirne with the ball here. That was Adams that went in for the shot. Penny Annis gets the rebound. Now Meredith Winterburn with the ball. She's coming down into the Grizzly zone. Oh, Penny Annis.
Yeah, a little miscommunication
between her and Meredith, and it was intercepted by Julia Adams.
And I think if Meredith had continued to the basket, she might have got a really nice look at the basket.
She might have had an opportunity there. Yep. So Hartson now with the ball over to Adams. That's going to be back to Rogers. Rogers looks off a Grizzly and got it into Anderson, who gets it back out to Adams. Tries to lay it up. Ella Malloran gets the rebound. She kind of brought it down.
A big Goffstown ball after the jump ball.
So Meredith Winterburn's going to bring this into Maggie Sasso. Maggie works her way down the court, kind of directs traffic. Castano with the ball now. A couple of Broncos all over her. Sasso back to Castano. That was intercepted by Hartson. Hartson now with the ball. Throws it over to Anderson. Anderson kind of went down.
Stepped out.
But stepped out of bounds.
So it looks like the Broncos are going to double team, put the pressure on defense. So.
Yep, they're certainly staying all over Maggie. I got to admit, when Hartson went down over there, I was a little worried because Penny Annis was standing next to her. I thought they were going to foul. Oh, Annis.
Good follow by Penny.
Yep. She grabs that rebound right underneath the basket, put it right up. That's where she can be an impact on this game for sure.
Here's the replay. Maggie goes in for that shot, just missed it. Penny with the rebound, so good follow.
Yep, get it, put it right up. So now it's Hartson with the ball.
Three.
So Courtney Anderson fired that from three-point land. Sasso over to Annis. Now to Winterburn. Winterburn tried to put it up, but that was blocked by Rogers. Went out of bounds off Anderson, so the Grizzlies will maintain possession here. Meredith Winterburn looking to inbound this. Looks for Maggie. Maggie's trying to penetrate in.
Oh, good look.
Threw it up for Annis. Annis got the ball to Malloran. Astano.
All right.
Got a three from outside. That was a nice shot.
Good ball
It looked
movement,
a little low at first when it went out of her hands. I wasn't sure if it was going in, but it did. So Hartson sends it over for Anderson. Anderson with Sasso on her. Anderson does a nice spin move. She went in for the layup, but it went off the rim, and Malloran got the rebound to Astano, and now Sasso working her way down the court. Sasso looking to penetrate in, and she got into under the basket, just missed off the rim. This is Allard now with the ball for the Broncos. over to Hartson. Back to Anderson. Over to Adams. Back to Anderson. Oh, Anderson tried to go in and Penny Ennis and was forced out of bounds. Looks pretty physical so far tonight, I think.
Letting them play.
So Maggie's coming down the court now with Anderson and her. Over to Ennis, to Astano, now to Winterburn in the top of the point. Astano, I mean, that's
back to back.
Astano, another three-pointer. Almost the same spot, a couple of feet over. Hartson now with the ball coming in on Meredith Winterburn. Astano gets a steal. Good job. Maggie comes in.
I might get a charge,
yeah. She is going to get the charge on Allard. Allard had her feet down. So there's going to be a timeout here for Alvirne, the Broncos.
30-second timeout.
8-3, and we get two nice three-pointers from Abigail Astano.
Yeah, making a difference early here. 2 threes. The steal here. She had a rebound earlier, so filling the stat sheet already.
That's good.
Yeah, we love it. We love it.
And again, you know, we've been harping on it all year. I mean, that's really what the Grizzlies need, and that's when they play at their best, is when we get that balance throughout the lineup.
Absolutely. It takes so much pressure off of your all-star and Maggie, 20 points a game. If you can get 6 real quick from Abigail, Penny's already scored. You know, get everybody involved early on.
Right. So we're almost halfway through the quarter, and Goffstown's looking like they're hitting offensively right now and doing enough.
They must have heard me in the pregame.
There you go.
It's all about the offense tonight.
Following your instructions, I find this
Thank
key.
Goodness.
Rogers puts one up from three-point land. Penny Anna. Oh, I'm surprised. I thought that went off Penny.
No, it went off of.
But it went off of number 11, which was Julie Adams, I think.
Yeah.
Maggie Sasso to Penny Annis. Meredith Winterburn over to Astano again. Back to Annis. It's around for Winterburn. Abigail's in the same spot. Put it up again. Nope. Maggie Sasso is going to put up a 3 just off the rim. Annis collected the rebound. Meredith with the steal. Back to Maggie. Maggie underneath. Nice spin move.
There it is.
There she is. Her first bucket tonight.
If she's got a signature move, that's it. That's it. That's how she scored the 1,000th point on that spin move.
That's right. So that was Anderson took a shot, went over the basket, went over to Floyd, but now you have Hartson going inside, and it looks like Ella Mallorin drew a foul here.
No, she gave it to Penny. Jeez, Ella apologized, I saw.
Yeah.
Maybe
that's why I thought she got it. So Hartson to the line. First one just off the back rim. So we got Morgan Dodge coming in and caps for Ella and Abigail Astano, who had a good little run there.
A great run.
Yep. Hartson puts up the second one. That goes right in. So Caps inbounds this for Maggie. Sasso now with it. Looking around, gets it to Morgan Dodge. Dodge tries to go around the outside, back to Maggie Sasso. Sasso goes in, lost control, and Hartson grabs the rebound.
Good job, Meredith, stepping in on that.
Yep, stepped in front of Rogers and took the ball back. Sasso inside underneath to Penny Annis right there, puts it right back up. Goes out of, I thought it was going out of bounds, but Caps kept it in.
Yeah, good heads-up play.
Yep, she bounced it off Floyd's foot.
She tried the first time, got it right back.
Got it right back.
Good play, heads up.
So Grizzlies will maintain control again. Meredith Winterburn inbound this. And they got Hartson all over Sasso, but Sasso broke out and almost put up the layup. Got her own rebound.
I'm not sure how she got that open.
Yep. Allard now with the ball for the Broncos. Over to Floyd. Put up just off the rim. Hartson got the, looks like Anderson got the rebound out actually and drew another foul. Is this Meredith? I'm not going to guess anymore if I'm wrong. Yep. Morgan
No,
Dodge.
Dodge, yeah.
I'm not guessing anymore.
No, just let
I'll
him
just
call
say
it.
there's a foul.
Courtney Anderson at the foul line, 2 shots.
Fane will be coming in for the Broncos. Anderson puts one up. Just missed the first one. So Fane is coming in for Hartson. And the second shot for Anderson did go in. That's Sasso to Penny Ennis to Meredith. Oh, went off Morgan Dodge, but she ended up getting her own kind of rebound. Sasso now with the ball. Meredith Winterburn's going to take a 3, and she hit it. Nice shot. 13-5 Grizzlies.
And there's the pressure we talked about.
Rogers over to Allard. Back to Rogers. Throws it down to Anderson. Anderson with Penny Ennis on her. Anderson just missed, and Winterburn comes down with the rebound. Throws it out to Maggie.
For Maggie. They're all over Maggie.
Floyd all over her. And now Fane.
Yeah.
Now Floyd's going to draw the foul.
A lot of hands
I got this
on
one,
Maggie.
I think. Yeah,
Are you sure?
I got that one right.
Okay, good.
Yeah, see? I'm living proof a blind squirrel will find a nut.
It was right in front of you, so that was good.
That's true. Meredith Winterburn here to inbound this. Winterburn's looking around. The Penny Ennis back to Winterburn. Fane on her. Ooh, hits Caps. Caps takes a 3. Penny Ennis again underneath with the rebound. It'll be a jump ball.
That'll be Broncos ball.
Penny's really been noticeable tonight
She
with the
has,
rebounds.
yeah.
She hasn't missed too many.
No.
I mean, Malloran's coming back in for Penny.
Yeah, the advantage you have with the 2 post players like that is they're interchangeable. And one can get a break. Oh, steal by Dodge.
That's right. Dodge came right in front of Hartson. It's Meredith Winterburn tried to take that same 3. Dodge again stole the ball down low.
Wow.
But they had no one to pass to. Now Floyd with the ball, working her way in on Maggie Sasso. Looks like a little push off there, but
Yeah.
Floyd.
They're letting them play
Now
on
Rogers. Rogers back to Anderson. Anderson, Sasso on her. She tries to work her way in. Went back to Rogers. Now to Fane. Fane going in on Malloran. Put it up, but drew a foul. Again, I'm not going to guess.
that. No,
I knew it was nice.
that was Ella that time.
So coming back in for the Broncos will be Hartson and Adams. But Fane is a sophomore. She'll be taking her 2 shots. She hits the first one. Fane played in the, we were here earlier watching her play in the JV game.
Yep.
And she was noticeable at the JV team.
Absolutely.
And she was very physical.
Yes.
Just ask Addison Glazer. Maggie Sasso now with the ball. Sasso holds up. Meredith Winterburn. Winterburn goes in to Caps. Back out to Sasso. Sasso goes in. Put it up.
take.
Nice shot. She had 2 Broncos on her, but she still put it up.
Yeah.
Caps tries steps in front of Fane and almost intercepted that. To Allard. Allard to Adams. Adams to Floyd, who takes
Deep.
a long 3. That was closer than it looked like when it went off her hands.
Yeah, wow.
It looked like it was going to be nothing but air when she fired it from our angle, but then it was close. Sasso takes a 3 and almost hit it. Floyd came down with the rebound.
Foul, Meredith. Got caught with her hands in the cookie jar a little too long on that one.
That's number 21, Meredith Winterburn. That's her first personal foul. 5th team foul.
So we'll be shooting in the bonus here.
5 fouls already. Oh, that happened quick.
Yeah.
Alexis Floyd at the foul line.
So Floyd will go up, and she's on the line. (15-6), Grizzlies in control. Floyd fires the first one up and right in. Now coming back into the game for the Broncos is Sadie Rogers. In for Ashlyn Fain. And it looks like in for the Grizzlies is going to be Reese Still. Floyd puts her second one up, and that one off the rim. Winterburn with the rebound to Sasso. Sasso to Winterburn. Winterburn looks around, fires it over to Morgan Dodge.
Good look.
Caps hit Sasso underneath.
In and out.
Yeah, I don't know how that didn't go in.
Yeah, 3 seconds here. Okay, Maggie's had a couple just roll out. Those are going to fall.
So Winterburn now is going to inbound this. She's looking for Maggie, but hits Ella on the outside. Ella put up a 3, but just missed. And that'll end the quarter, 15-7 Grizzlies. So, again, it looked like pretty balanced scoring. I mean, it wasn't just Maggie putting them up.
Yeah, Maggie 4, Abigail with 6, Penny 2, and Meredith with 3. So, yeah, very even. I thought our defense was actually really good. They only made 1 shot, which was that 3-pointer. Everything else they scored the other 4 on free throws. So we got in foul trouble. We got to watch those hands.
Yep. But so it's, I mean, what we expected, 2 teams that I think look fairly equal out there.
Yep.
There's no, I think you got a bunch of players that are sort of at the same level. You don't have one big superstar.
Right.
Over there. And, of course, it shows, too, because you take the time. I must commend you. You do take the time to do a lot of work on all these stats.
I got to make you look good.
Yes, and you presented us, and mainly me, here with the advantage of being able to look at the scoring for the Broncos. And, it's pretty balanced. I mean, Ella Hartson is, their leading scorer, if you will. But she's only averaging half of what Maggie would average.
Exactly. And then you look at the next 3 that are all kind of in line, 8, 7, 6, roughly.
Right.
Kind of what I'd hoped we would see evolve with our team is that top scorer, but then those middle bunch, those 6,
being
8,
up a little
10,
higher.
Yeah.
So Sasso to Caps to Morgan Dodge to Meredith Winterburn. Winterburn back to Maggie. And they're trying to keep her to the outside. Winterburn now on the top of the key. Fires it over to Caps. Caps with Rogers on her. And
out of bounds on Keeley.
so Rogers is going to inbound this. And she's looking for somebody to inbound it to. Got it over to Anderson. Back to Rogers. Morgan Dodge all over her. Caps now comes around the back and stole it right out of her hands. Caps is going to look like an easy layup, and she did. That's very good aggressive defense from the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Winterburn.
What happened here? Foul?
I think Winterburn might have bumped into Floyd.
That'll be 2 on Meredith.
That's 2 on Meredith. I like the aggression. Peyton Duff's coming in for Winterburn.
Yeah, you want to be aggressive, but, those fouls start to add up, and the other team will be shooting free throws before you know it.
Right. We don't want to get
No
Winterburn
freebies.
in. We don't want to get Winterburn out of the game yet either. So Julia Adams over to Hartson, to Rogers, now to Floyd. Floyd taking a long 3 off the rim, but that was kept in by Hartson. This Hartson with the ball now around Morgan Dodge and through Peyton Duff. Take a layup. That's where we're kind of with the 2 shorter players out there. We're at a disadvantage when somebody like Hartson goes in. Sasso tried to hit a 3 and missed. Peyton Duff came in out of nowhere.
Flew into there.
Yeah, I know. It was just, she was suddenly just there.
Wow.
Reese Still comes in. She's going to take out Morgan Dodge.
I'm not sure where Peyton came from, but she flew in there like Wonder Woman.
So we have Hartson, Anderson to Adams, now to Floyd. Floyd tries to hit Adams back. Caps kind of got her fingertips on that. Anderson now with the ball with Sasso on her. Anderson over to Floyd, takes another 3. she's not hitting any of those. They really got to try to get in if they want to start scoring. Sasso now.
She got bumped from behind.
I wasn't sure if they were going to call her for a travel, but I'm glad they didn't.
Red 12, Rogers.
So Allard's coming back into the game for Floyd. Peyton Duff now is looking to inbound this for the Grizzlies. Duff's looking around.
Oh. Well, got lucky there.
Yep, went off 2 Broncos and bounced to Maggie Sasso. Still back to Sasso. Maggie's looking around there, keeping him out. Peyton Duff. Ooh, Duff went right around Hartson on that. Caps to Sasso. Sasso comes to the top of the key and short. Yep.
Another foul.
So Grizzlies got another one. That's on Peyton Duff.
Yep.
So Rogers is now to inbound this for the Broncos. Over to Hartson. Hartson to Allard. Allard penetrates in, tries to go between Ella and Duff.
I think Duff might get that one. Yeah.
That's her second. It's 2 in a row, short order for Peyton. So that'll put Allard on the line. Where they've been a little effective, that's where they're getting their points from.
Yeah, 4 for 8 from the line so far.
Allard, first one misses. Abigail Estano came in for Peyton Duff. So Allard will take her second shot.
And they caught a lane violation, so she's going to get another one.
So Allard will get a third. And missed that one, so 1 out of 3. Malloran got the ball, but they're going to call a jump ball here.
No, it looks like a foul.
Oh, on Rogers?
Yeah.
Oh, on us?
No, Sadie Rogers.
Oh, all right. I thought he
2
said
on her.
I could have sworn he said white foul 12. It was 2 12s on it
Yeah.
with Malloran and Rogers. Maggie Sasso
great look.
inbound underneath to Ella. Ella put it right up, just missed. Back to Sasso. And that ball went just wide. Anderson now with the ball. Anderson's coming all the way down, fires one up, but missed the layup. Caps now with the ball.
The Broncos are scrappy.
Yep, she lost control, and between Anderson and Hartson underneath, they ended up maintaining control of the ball and putting it right back up. I think Caps hurt herself.
Yeah.
Maggie Sasso now with the ball. Over to Abigail Estano. And that was intercepted by Hartson. He's going to do an easy layup. Timeout, Grizzlies. It's a good timeout for Largy.
Yeah, coach has got to discuss a few things here.
Yeah, we had Caps hurt, and, you know, she was obviously in some discomfort. And at the same time, we just gave up a few balls here in a row.
Yeah, and I'm a little surprised at the number of shots we've missed. Have been pretty good shots, right around that 10 feet or inside the paint, just not falling. So hopefully, you know, you keep taking them, they'll fall.
Right, but they're shots we should be making.
They should be. We should be hitting the most. And the other thing I'm really surprised on is the trouble we're having with their pressure. They're double teaming. They're scrappy, reaching for everything. Got to take care of that ball.
Right. They're fast and athletic, and you know, like I said, I'm glad that we're playing a team like this for you know, a warm up, if you will, for the first playoff game, because it doesn't get easier after tonight.
No.
And if the Lady Grizzlies want to come anywhere close to some of the success they had last year, which was making the Final Four, then we're going to have to play at least as good or better.
That's right.
So here we go. 4 minutes, 40 seconds left in the second quarter. And now the Broncos have brought this down from, we were comfortably ahead by 10 or 11 points at one point. Now we're only ahead by 3.
Yeah, 1 possession game.
That's right. Sasso now with the ball. Sasso out to Caps. Over to Estano. Oh, she was firing a 3 from the same spot. Hartson, though, blocked that one. Hartson's now coming down. She's going to go for the layup and hit it. Now it's a 1-point game. So the Broncos are right back in it. Maggie Sasso now with the ball. Works her way in. Oh, throws it into Ella Mallorin.
Yeah, their defense is swarming. It's really impressive.
Yeah, it's not really a zone. It's not really man.
No,
obviously, they're just
double
chasing
in
the ball.
Yeah.
And that's very aggressive. So Hartson now with the ball. Out to Rogers. It's back to Hartson. Hartson into Allard. Over to Adams. Back to Anderson. Anderson's looking to go in. Coach called timeout, but the refs ignored him.
The ref looked right at him.
They ignored him. Allard fires a three off the rim. Oh, that went out of bounds.
Yeah.
Rogers tried to keep it in. He did call timeout.
He did.
The
And the official looked right at him.
Nobody, I was going to say they're just ignoring him, I guess, but.
He said, no, you don't want a timeout, sir.
And he didn't. So Sasso to Winterburn. Winterburn. Morgan Dodge. Over to Winterburn. Winterburn looking to go in. Back out to Dodge. Gets it out to Maggie Sasso. Broncos are doing a good job of keeping the Grizzlies out of the paint.
Yep.
So still to Winterburn. Winterburn tries to go in on Hartson. It went off her foot. Allard now with the ball. I don't know. Was that? What
There
is
was
that?
some contact from behind, but on a loose ball, you're not going to get that call.
So Winterburn now is going to keep this in for the Grizzlies. She's got to do something quick. Throw it.
You called it. Yeah. The Broncos defense is stifling the Grizzlies right now. They're just all over them.
And you can see the girls getting a little flustered.
Yeah.
And that's why they're making some, no other way to put it, some silly mistakes. Allard now with the ball. Over to Adams. Adams out to Rogers. Intercepted by Maggie Sasso. Sasso's coming in to do the layup.
Contact, yep.
Yeah, and she drew a foul on Hartson. Or Anderson, rather, I'm sorry. Gonna put Maggie on the line. And when games get chippy and we need some aggression, who do we put in?
Yeah, that was Maggie taking it to the basket like she should have.
We put in Addie Glazer. That's who we put in.
Yeah.
So Addie comes in for
She got her money's worth in the JV game.
Yes, she did. Her and Fane did not get along so well.
See if they rekindle that relationship here.
Maggie Sasso puts the second one up just off the rim. Still fights for the rebound, but Floyd comes up with it to Rogers. Rogers with still on her. Out to Anderson. This time the coach got his timeout.
Got the one he wanted.
So it's a full timeout.
Yeah.
So when it looked like earlier in the first quarter, the Grizzlies were starting to get a little breathing room. Then all of a sudden collapsed back down. But you're right, it all stemmed from the defense of the Broncos.
Yeah, and I think what we talked about many times this year is that great defense creates offense for you. I'm not sure Alvirne has a great offense, but it can hit a few shots when needed, but it's the defense that's creating some fast break opportunities. There were a couple back-to-back. So if you can play really stifling defense, like I said before, get some turnovers, you get some fast break points, it takes a lot of pressure off your offense.
Well, right. Well, and because of that defense, it like you said, Anderson got a few easy layups.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it does seem the Grizzlies are controlling them when the Broncos do break into the offensive zone because they have a hard time penetrating, getting underneath. And their shooting percentage isn't very high, but they keep shooting.
Exactly.
That's the key.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Grizzlies get a little composure right here. Look to force it inside, get to the basket, and get some fouls on the Broncos. They don't have many fouls.
Right. You're right. So Floyd's going to inbound this, and she inbounds it to Hartson, to Allard, back out to Floyd with Meredith Winterburn on her, to Allard, over to Rogers. Rogers now with Still trying to get the ball away from her. Still's going to be called for a foul here. That's her first, I think.
It is. But that gives us 4, so the next one they're going to be shooting.
And that's what they're looking to do.
I think so. It's play some really good defense and get fouled. We'll hit them at the line.
Allard to Hartson. Over to Anderson. Ooh, Allard takes a long three off the rim, still gets the rebound and hands it to Maggie Sasso, who goes to Morgan Dodge. Dodge to Meredith Winterburn. Winterburn to Sasso. Back out to Winterburn, who's going to take a three and just missed that one. Addie Glazer with the rebound. And that went off Hartson and out. So this should be Gristle ball.
That defense I mentioned before, the Broncos, what I'm most impressed with is both those girls as they went into double team, hands straight up in the air to make it very difficult for Addie. So
Winterburn now has got to inbound this. Sasso got open, and Sasso now with the ball.
Good roll.
Picked by Glazer. Went off Glazer's hand to Allard. Allard coming in on Morgan Dodge. Morgan Dodge is staying all over her. Allard did a good job of keeping herself between Morgan and the ball. That's Morgan's second.
And I sense that, some of this fouling on the defensive side is the frustration on the offensive side is spilling over.
Well, the thing is, I think earlier in the game we were getting second and third opportunities, and now because of the Broncos' defense, we're getting that one shot. And if it's not going in, they're all over the rebounds. Allard puts up the second one and missed.
Yeah, and I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen Penny and Ella back in there.
Yeah.
They make quite a big difference inside.
Yeah, they were more dominant underneath the basket with the rebounds.
That ball was definitely tipped.
Yeah, that was brutal. Hartson to Floyd. Floyd takes another long three. Boy, I'll tell you, that girl ain't afraid to shoot him, but she hasn't hit nothing yet. Rogers takes a shot. That went off the rim.
I'll tell you, if they start to fall, we're in trouble.
We would be, yes. Sasso now with the ball. And she's going to take a three, and and Hartson grabbed the ball right from over the top of Addie Glazer. She went down. Still now with the ball. To Sasso. To Winterburn's going to take a three, and that missed.
Oh, right between the legs.
Yeah, good pass by Maggie Sasso. Sasso out in Vaughn's corner. Tribute to Vaughn, who's here. To Still underneath. Still puts one up, and that missed.
Rogers. They need a bucket bad.
Yep. That's the first time in a while they had several opportunities. Unfortunately, they missed them all. So Hartson now to Allard. Broncos looking to tie this before halftime. About 8 seconds left. Hartson to Allard's taking a long three, and again off the rim. Addie Glazer gets the rebound. Good job. Sasso fires up. Oh my God!
That was halfway down.
that would have been almost. That would have been right up there.
That was the bucket we needed, though.
Yeah, it would have been right up there with that 0.4 second bucket that she tried to take.
Wow.
Or she did take earlier this year.
Yeah.
So halftime, and you know what? If any team needed a break, it's us right now.
I agree. I think I need a break too.
Yeah. So we will be back for second half action in just a few minutes.
I'm Maggie Sasso from Goffstown Girls Basketball, and you're watching GTV.
Students who are interested in learning a little bit more about a particular career field that has piqued their interest along the way would benefit very much from taking the School to Career Internship class here at GHS. This class is very dynamic, provides a lot of independent study structure for every student who enrolls in this course. And in a nutshell, you're going to learn key skills, soft skills, like putting together a very professional resume, as well as being comfortable reaching out to companies, and also setting goals, which is very important. And as part of this class, you will be on site at a business locally where you will learn hands-on and through observation what makes your career choice a good fit for you. And you may find along the way that, well, this was something very exciting and you really enjoyed it, or you may find that that wasn't quite the right fit for you, but that's the whole premise of this course. And if you're curious about a certain career choice and would like to see firsthand whether or not it's a good fit for you, we welcome you to enroll in this course, and we'll have a lot of fun and learn a lot along the way. This course is open to seniors who have reliable transportation and have a really good sense of the goals that they want to achieve at these job sites, so they can maximize the time that they're spending with their mentors on site and getting the most out of the experience, really. So it's a benefit to all, and it allows the employers also to get to know you, which is as important. Our networks are one of the most important aspects of finding careers and being successful in the job market.
If you're interested in scheduling a ride with the Goffstown Shuttle, but you're not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Here, we will tell you everything you need to know to start scheduling your first ride today. General information regarding the service, including our phone number, hours of operation, and schedules, can be found on mtabus.org. Navigate to the Routes and Schedules tab at the top of the page and select Town of Goffstown from the dropdown. Here, you will find any information you may need. When calling by phone to schedule a ride, simply dial 603-434-3569. Choose your agency, which is Manchester Transit Authority. Our call center representative will ask first-time riders for some simple information, including your name, age, address, phone number, and any specific travel requests. We will also ask for any special mobility needs you may have so that we can accommodate accordingly. Lastly, during this call, you will also schedule your return ride. Reservation hours are 5:25 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturdays. Transportation is provided from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday. The last pickup window is from 1:15 p.m. to 1:45 p.m. Please keep in mind that the service is closed during certain holidays, which are listed on our website. Rides must be scheduled at least the business day prior to needing the ride, but no more than 1 week ahead. If your preferred time is unavailable, we will make every effort to work with you to create a suitable alternative. If something comes up and you need to cancel your ride, please call during regular business hours or at least 24 hours in advance of your scheduled time. Of course, we understand that cancellations can happen at any time. To cancel a Monday ride, please call by the preceding Friday or leave a message on our voicemail over the weekend. We are happy to help you get where you need to go and are here to assist you with any questions or concerns you may have. Don't hesitate to give us a call today.
And welcome back, Grizzly fans. And we're here live from the Grizzly Den, where we're going to start with second half action. And that first half was a sort of the tale of two quarters there.
It was. It advantaged Goffstown in the first and advantaged Alvirne in the second, really.
Yeah, and like we talked about, Alvirne, credit to the Broncos. They really, after the first quarter, they mixed it up.
I like Coach's game plan for Alvirne. It's we're going to get in your face. We're going to double team you. We're going to make it tough. Again, not blessed offensively, what I've seen so far, but if they can get some turnovers and create some havoc, they get some easy buckets.
And they were causing a lot of frustration on the Grizzly side. So we need our ladies need to calm down a little bit, and just try to get the ball to the basket and take some shots underneath. And we have to do a better job of not getting flustered, I think.
I agree.
So this will be the Grizzlies will inbound this with Meredith Winterburn inbounding it for Maggie Sasso, and the Grizzlies will have their starters plus Meredith Winterburn. So Sasso gets around Penny Annis, but that was a nice block by Anderson. Oh, Winterburn goes down. Hartson with the ball, hits Adams. Adams puts up a layup underneath, but missed. Ella Malloran with the ball. Now to Sasso. Sasso looks around. Going in on Hartson to Stano. Ends it to Penny Annis. Ella Malloran out to Meredith Winterburn. Adams on her. Now Sasso with the ball. Stano takes another three, and that went wide, but Ella's right there for the rebound. But the second time, Anderson got it. Anderson now working her way down for the Broncos. To Allard. Hits Allard upside. Allard goes in on a Stano, put one up and missed. Rogers out to Hartson to Adams. Back into Rogers. Puts it up off the rim. And Penny Ennis with the rebound. Well, with the bigs in there, we're doing a better job of getting those rebounds.
Absolutely, yeah, I agree.
And like you said, I mean, if the Broncos were a little higher percentage shooting team, we would be getting killed right now. Astano fires one. It's off the rim.
That was a really good ball movement. Just didn't capitalize
the way we should have. Yep. Adams to Allard. Oh, Anderson thought about taking the three, but saw Hartson wide open underneath.
Yeah. You can just kind of feel the Grizzlies playing really flat, going through the motions, and the Broncos with all the energy right now.
Yep. Sasso went in for a layup, but that went out of bounds. Somehow it went off a Bronco, so Goffstown will maintain control. Sasso puts up another shot, just missed. Penny Ennis, Hartson on her.
For a second.
Yep, went off Abigail's hands, and Allard got the ball. She's coming in for a layup and missed. Rogers with Penny Ennis.
She got bumped.
Yeah, so Penny's going to get her second.
Yeah. The frustration is really setting in. I wish I had written down when Keeley scored that basket in the second, because it's been a long time since we've seen it go through the hoop.
Yep, it's been a while. For both sides. Well, there they go. Alvirne got another one, so that puts them for their first lead of the game, 20-18. Sasso now with the ball. Sasso fires a three off the rim. Penny Ennis did a good job of getting the rebound.
Right.
She'll draw a foul here.
Grizzlies got to figure out these little things, like offensive rebounds and, second chances and trying to get an easy bucket here.
Yep, Courtney Anderson got the foul for the Broncos. So Winterburn's going to inbound this. Winterburn just got to hurry it up. There we go. To Sasso. Sasso. To Stano. Out to Meredith Winterburn. Malloran back to Winterburn. Winterburn passed a little too hard. But Penny Ennis did get it. Keep it in.
Double dribble.
Double dribble.
Just about nothing is going right for the Grizzlies at this point.
Yep, they are clearly getting a little flustered. Largy's going to stick with the group. Hartson with the ball.
Need a spark somewhere.
That's right. Rogers now. Into Anderson. Anderson going to take a three, and that missed everything.
No, she didn't touch it.
So Winterburn's going to inbound this. I think Largy's figuring he can be patient because the Broncos are not good at capitalizing and hitting the baskets.
Yeah, but I tell you, if they hit one or two of those threes, this is a different ball game.
Well, it will be, right? Winterburn now. Oh, again, off the hands of Anderson. Good defense by the Broncos. Again, they try to throw it up for a layup and missed. So Adams drew a foul here on Penny Ennis. So Winterburn's going to inbound this for the Grizzlies. Maggie Sasso. Broncos doing a very good job, very physical.
Yep.
And now, there we go. Maggie Sasso kind of did a
little floater
hook shot there. A floater hook shot there.
We need a few more of those.
Yep. Anderson now with the ball for Alvirne. Over to Hartson, and went off the side of her hand and out. So coming in for the Grizzlies is going to be Morgan Dodge and caps for Astano and Ella Malloran. Coming in for Alvirne is going to be Floyd. And she's taking out Adams. So now you got Meredith Winterburn for for Sasso. Sasso now with the ball. Over to Winterburn. Oh, Winterburn throws it across, tried to feed Caps, but it was intercepted by Floyd. These cross-court passes aren't working so well here. Anderson now with the ball. Into Allard. Down low, Caps on her. Allard tries to go around Caps. Feeds Rogers. Now to Hartson. Oh, missed everything. To Caps. To Sasso. Sasso now with the ball. Works her way down the court. Feeds Meredith out in three-point land. Meredith missed everything. So Anderson now with the ball. To Hartson. Hartson for the Broncos with Maggie Sasso on her. Timeout. Alvirne.
Yeah, I know he's not pleased with their offense. I don't.
Full timeout.
Full timeout. I'll tell you, tough offensive night for both teams.
2 points so far.
Yeah. Well, the Alvirne's got 4 this
quarter.
for
us.
Yeah, 2, but 2. We've only had 4 since the first quarter.
Yeah.
2 baskets and a free throw. Wow, both teams just struggling offensively.
Yep. But
here's where you are. I mean, I don't know how much time we're into this.
3 minutes, about three left in the third. Yep.
So about halfway through here, we're tied game 20-20. Who wants it more right now?
That's right. And, well, and you're right, the scoring, it's reflected in the final score right now, 40 points combined.
Right.
And, we're more than halfway through the third quarter now.
Yeah, in the pregame we talked about, this is that game. Both teams have been on a little bit of a slide, losing 2 games, heading into the playoffs. You want to be on that elevation. You want to be going up the hill now.
Right.
And both these teams looking to struggle. So got a quarter and a half to figure some things out.
Right. And, the Grizzlies should have enough. And offensively, we should have enough to beat them. So there's 3.5 minutes to go in the third. So we're starting a fresh game, and let's see what happens. But Allard now with the ball. Allard inbounds at the Hartson.
Great play.
Easy layup right behind Meredith Winterburn. So that, again, will put the Broncos ahead. Maggie Sasso now with the ball. Sasso takes a 3 off the rim. And Anderson got that rebound to Allard. Over to Hartson. Hartson lost control, and Meredith Winterburn picked it up. Penny Ennis, in the Sasso. Sasso went around Allard, out to Caps. Caps fires a 3 off the rim. 2 Broncos going in there for it.
A lot of missed threes tonight, both sides.
Yep. So again, it looks like the Grizzlies are doing a press now. Broncos got around it. Allard now with the ball. Goes in on Winterburn. Penny Ennis comes down with the rebound. Anderson's all over the top of her, so she'll draw a foul.
Going to be 3 on her.
So McKinnon's coming in for Anderson for the Broncos. Meredith Winterburn. The Sasso's working her way down. Floyd on her. That's intercepted as
Penny on the foul.
Hartson stepped right in front of her, but Penny was a little too aggressive.
3 on Penny.
So Allard now with the ball. Out to Rogers, back to Allard. Ooh,
wow!
And
got
Cap
away with
stepped
one there.
right in front of Hartson. Yeah. Sasso fires
the fadeaway jumper.
And again, the Grizzlies are pressing, and that now Hartson. Oh, we're going to call Morgan Dodge.
Yeah.
Now that's a call I didn't like that much.
Yeah, no, she did. Watch. We won't see it here. Here's the shot by Maggie, but
beautiful shot.
The thing with Morgan is she was going for the ball, but she's got her hand on the back of the offensive player. You just can't do that.
Hartson to Allard. Back to Hartson. Morgan Dodge all over her. Hartson goes in. She kind of tucked the ball and ran in for a first down, but no travel, I guess.
No.
Meredith Winterburn to Penny Ennis, out to Sasso. Sasso
dog fight right now.
Sasso tried to run in for a first down, too. Allard.
Great pass.
Oh.
What a hustle by Penny.
Yep.
Great hustle.
Yep. That went in off Rogers, I think.
Yeah, this is like a good old-fashioned heavyweight fight, punch for punch right now. 2 scrappy teams just trying to find their way through this game.
So McKinnon inbounded this for Allard. Allard off the rim. Sasso lets it go out of bounds, so it'll be Grizzly ball.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of confused faces and arms being thrown up in the air like, Coach, I don't know what we're going to do.
Frustrated.
Yes.
Morgan Dodge to Caps. Caps, ooh,
Wow.
off Sasso's hand and out of bounds. So Fane's coming in for Allard. Fane is a little more physical. Got some size on Allard too, so it's not going to get easier now for the Grizzlies. They feed Rogers underneath.
Great block.
Great block by Meredith Winterburn, yep. She was all over that. So now Hartson's going to inbound this for the Broncos. Grizzlies really need a steal here and then get some offense going here. Floyd with the ball. She drew a foul on Caps.
Yeah.
So she'll go to the line because
That's her first personal foul, fourth team foul. Alexis Floyd at the foul line, 2 shots.
so Floyd will take 2 and get a chance to put the Broncos ahead. First one's up, off the rim.
Yeah, we talked about their offense and struggling for the Broncos, but, you know, had they hit a few more free throws, they might have pulled this game away already.
So Floyd will take her second shot. And that one she got. So Grizzlies really got to get it clicking here on the offensive side of the ball. Sasso inbounds it to Meredith Winterburn, who threw it intentionally off Floyd and out of bounds. I'm glad that happened instead of her trying to go all the way across the Caps again. So Meredith Winterburn's looking to inbound this. And she does the Sasso underneath.
Yeah.
Sasso put it right up underneath. Again, the Grizzlies are going to stay in that press.
Can't foul, though. We're going to put them at the line.
That's right. Meredith
Stop
Winterburn.
reaching.
Floyd with the ball. Ooh, passes it out to Hartson.
Just got it over.
Yep. Rogers now takes a shot
Doesn't
off the
hit
backboard. Sasso now with the ball. Feeds Meredith Winterburn off Meredith Winterburn and out of
Wow,
bounds.
I have never seen this season this many like turnovers, off feet, off hands.
Where they're just
Not checked in right now, are we?
Yep. Well, you know, it reminds me of a receiver in football, kind of running with the ball before he actually catches it.
Yeah.
And that's looked like sort of what Meredith was doing there.
Yeah, it
She
almost
was-
looks like, you know, they're spending time thinking about what I should be doing. Just
right.
use your God-given talent and do it.
They're going to call Morgan for a foul here?
Yeah, that'll be 4 on her.
Well,
She
see,
was-
this foul I don't like. I don't know. I didn't. Well, it's across the court from us.
according to Morgan, she's never fouled anybody, though.
Right.
Yeah, I
I
couldn't
want to see the
it.
replay of that.
Ella Hartson at the foul line, 2 shots.
Now, we're going to have the Broncos here on the foul line. Rogers. And she'll put up the first one. And right in. Adams is now coming back in for Alvirne for Floyd. Meredith Winterburn checks back in for Morgan Dodge. Morgan Dodge is up to 4 fouls now, so.
He's going to have to sit for a little bit.
Yep. Rogers. Second shot misses. Caps comes down with the rebound to Sasso. Sasso now with the ball. Sasso tries to feed Penny Annis underneath.
Yeah.
It's too bad if she was able to settle it a little.
Yeah, it was a
she
good
would've-
pick and roll, screen and roll.
Yep, they had the right idea there. Floyd's coming back in for Adams. Adams and Floyd just literally just switched.
I guess it's offense for defense.
I think Floyd was in there for like 5 seconds. Hartson now with the ball to Allard. Now over to Floyd. Floyd looks around. Astano on her. To Anderson. To Allard. Allard tries to feed Anderson underneath. Possession underneath.
Red
Red
12.
12. That's Rogers.
3 for her. 1.2 seconds, so we'll see if Maggie can put it in. You know, last time it was darn close.
So Hartson's on her. Oh, they're going to hit Astano.
That's a long way from here.
Yeah. So tie game 24-24. So what we were talking halfway through that quarter, it was 20-20.
Yeah.
We wanted to see what team was going to want it more.
Well, now you got a brand new game. It's tied up. You got 8 minutes to settle this heavyweight fight.
And apparently no team wants this because they're just giving it to the other one.
Yeah, I mean, the Broncos are poised to be the spoiler. They come in here, the team that's 9-8 versus the 12 or 13-5, whatever we are. They're ready to be the spoiler on senior night. You can feel it.
You can.
You can. This is the chance for the Grizzlies to say, hey, look, this is our court. We got 8 minutes. We want to finish this last 8 minutes strong as we head into next week's playoffs.
The weird thing is, it's not like some of the other games that we lost, or even that we in the dog fights we were in earlier this year. I feel like at any moment the Grizzlies can take control, win this game.
You do.
But the problem is we're waiting for that moment to happen, and meanwhile the clock is ticking away, and Alvirne's doing just what they want to do, which is have a shot to win it at the end.
Yeah, their game plan was clear. Let's keep it low scoring. Let's trap them all over the place, make their life miserable, and they've done that.
They're doing it. Yeah. Because you could see the frustration building up on our girls.
Yeah, you can.
So
we got 8 minutes of fun, hopefully. We'll see what happens.
So Allard now to Hartson. Out to Anderson. Back to Allard. To Floyd. To Hartson. With Meredith Winterburn on her. Into Anderson. Penny's not.
Drag that back foot. Alvirne coach jumped right up, said you should have kept going. She beat her around the corner.
Meredith Winterburn to Sasso. Maybe this is the play we're going to get it going. Sasso comes in. Rogers on her and Anderson on her. Winterburn with the ball now. And Alvirne, they swarm like bees.
Yeah, they do.
Hartson gets it all the way down the court to Allard. Allard thought about it, didn't put it up. To Hartson. Abigail Estano on her. Hartson goes in. Hits Anderson wide open on the outside. But has par for the course. They're not hitting those shots. Thank God for the Grizzlies. Estano now firing a three.
Bingo!
That's 3 for 3. She's hit 3 threes, right?
She has. Bingo.
Good for
That's
Abigail.
a big shot.
It's an important one.
She missed a couple in the third quarter. Was a little off, but drained it.
Allard for Anderson. Anderson intercepted by Maggie Sasso. So Sasso now with the ball. She's going to work it down the court. Sasso's looking around. She goes in on Rogers.
Tough shot. Up and under.
She made an underhand layup. Timeout, Alvirne. So full timeout for Alvirne. Now the Grizzlies are coming back. So it might come down to Abigail Estano 3.
Wow, yeah, that just opened it up. Here's another look at it right here. Maggie going in. What a tough shot.
Yeah.
But quick 5 points by the Grizzlies. They got to come down here and hold them on defense, and let's get another good look offense and see if we can get some separation.
We were visited by quite a number of people here at halftime.
They all had opinions.
That's right. Everybody had an opinion. A lot of people were jumping on the officiating. But,
I know.
We do our fair share of getting on them. Have there been some inconsistent calls? Yes. But, I think it's been both ways. And I really can't complain about the officials.
No, and I think, this type of game plan that they have where it's double team, scrappy, reach, get your hands up, it looks like it's an aggressive game. Yep. It's just their style of defense, and it's easy to beat, but they're aggressive. We did get a visit from Maggie's grandparents up from Savannah, Georgia.
Yep.
They came over to say thank you for the coverage that we
for the
provide.
Broadcast, see?
Yeah.
Now our ratings are cut in half.
Well,
they came here.
They came at the right time because we're under contract negotiation for next year.
But that's right. We're going to encourage them to stop by the GTV studio.
We have a lot of fun, but it's great to hear. Great to hear from people who are out of town watching the game.
Yes.
That's what it's about.
So when you do come to the Grizzly Den, feel free to come and say hi to Bob and Rob.
That's right.
Of course, the season's over now. Now you have to do it next year. But anyway, here we go. So Floyd with the ball now. Floyd inbounds this to Anderson. Back out to Floyd. To Hartson. To Allard. Feeds Anderson underneath. Abigail Estano on her. Anderson tried to do a layup. I think
Great rebound by Abigail.
Yeah, Anderson ended up hitting Abigail sort of in the head.
Yeah, that'll be 4 on her,
Yep.
Anderson.
It'd be great to get her off the court
Yeah,
because her and Hartson are the keys.
Yeah, and she provides some height inside against Penny.
So Fane's going to come in most likely for her. Meredith Winterburn feeds Caps. Back out to Meredith Winterburn. Feeds underneath the Sasso to Caps. Winterburn. Hartson's on her. Back to Sasso. Sasso's going to take a 3. Oh, that would have been beautiful.
That would have been nice.
Hartson got this rebound. She's coming down the court on Penny Ennis. Tries to go around Penny. Feeds Allard on the outside. Takes a 3, and that missed. Rogers with the ball to Allard. To Hartson. Hartson goes in.
Great pass.
Feeds Floyd wide open and missed, but Floyd got her own rebound and puts it up the second time. That's too bad. Coach Largy's calling a timeout for that. Again, that was sloppy defensively.
Yeah, you can't give them that many shots.
Yep.
You know, and then she got 2 really good looks underneath. So.
Yeah, the first one she was just completely wide open, and the second one we should have got the rebound because Floyd is not that tall.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
We should have been able to take it away from her.
Well, we're back to a 3.1 possession game. So
that's right. Here it is, late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
You don't want to say a must win, but you got to look at it is that this means more, I think, to the Grizzlies. They really need this confidence boost. They really need to win this game. And what I think a lot about during this game is earlier, a couple games ago, when Coach's Corner, when Largy mentioned that even the other coach told him that it was against Dover when we won that game, and he was saying we've been in a lot of dog fights, and this is another one. But like Largy said, this is a character-building game, so it's going to be important that we show that character now in the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. Meredith Winterburn to Caps. To Sasso. Winterburn. Sasso. Sasso works her way in. Drew a foul.
Yeah, that's what I like from Maggie. Get to the basket. She got a great first step. Get to the basket.
34 is Fane.
It's only her first.
So Sasso will go to the line. We need some points. It'd be nice
Free
to
throws
get them.
are going to be important coming down the stretch.
True that. She hit the first one.
True that.
True that. 30-26. And, just off the rim. Oh, everybody going for the rebound.
That was off the Broncos, so we'll hopefully get an extra possession here and cash in.
Winterburn inbounds this to Maggie Sasso. Maggie. She's scoping things out. Hits Penny Ennis. Back to Maggie. Maggie tries to go around to Allard. Winterburn to Caps. Feeds underneath the still. The Caps. Caps shoots a 3. Again, in and out. Unbelievable. Penny Ennis underneath, fighting for the ball with Hartson. Meredith Winterburn put one up but missed.
Jeez.
There's a lot of fighting for the ball, so they call a jump ball here. So
wow, I don't know what else to say. I just...
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, we knew this was going to be a tough game. 2 evenly matched teams.
Correct.
Still, with Sasso, the outside, just missed the 3. That went out of bounds.
Threw it off her foot. Seen a few of those.
Grizzlies maintain control. We're lucky there. So
we got some blood here.
Well,
I'm surprised it took that long to get blood. I mean, this has been a dogfight. Rogers will get some attention.
Yep. So, anyway, Sasso with the ball.
Great look.
Underneath the Penny Ennis. And Meredith Winterburn kept it in. Out to Maggie. Maggie taking a 3. Oh, that would have been nice.
Yep. Hit the strap above. That was a good shot.
Starting to see it. Ball.
Starting to see it on the faces again, where it just frustration.
Yep. And now Penny's coming out, and Morgan Dodge is back in.
See if we can keep Morgan with the 4 fouls.
Yep. She's 1 away, so hopefully she's not going to foul out. They're all over Floyd now, Sasso and Meredith Winterburn, and they ended up getting the ball, so it paid off. And Floyd drew a foul by pushing Sasso out of bounds.
Alvirne foul number 23, Alexis Floyd. That's her second personal foul, third team foul.
Rogers is going back
all
in.
bundled up, ready to go.
Yep. All taped up. She's going to go in for Floyd, I think.
Looks like the duct tape around it.
Yep.
Yeah, I hope we can get the circulation through there.
Yeah, I know, really.
Pretty tight, didn't it?
It does look tight.
Well, we're not trainers, but
Winterburn inbounds this to Sasso underneath.
Great
Sasso with the sort of behind the back.
Yeah.
Nice shot. That's good. 32-26. And
She
Allard
stepped out.
Yeah, Allard stepped out. With
got
caps
lucky.
all
Yeah,
over.
I thought Caps gave her a little push, but here's that shot by Maggie. Just around and straight up. Good shot.
Yep. Winterburn into Sasso. Sasso. Still on the outside. Feeds Winterburn. Feeds Cap on the other corner. Oh, Caps put one up. Almost hit a 3.
Jump
and
ball.
Still and Floyd both came down with the ball. That's Adams. I keep calling her Floyd. Floyd's 23. Adams is 11.
All right. Got it
I should
straight
be
now.
getting this. Yes, Adams. Adams now with the ball.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's gonna be a
Sasso goes
foul.
in.
Whoa.
Easy there, Maggie. We can't
Thought
be
Maggie
getting hurt
tackled
now.
her.
Maggie did flip her over the top.
Yeah.
Winterburn now with the ball, with Rogers on her. Back to Caps. Morgan Dodge. Morgan's going to fire a 3. Oh, in and out. How many baskets have we had that were in and out?
Oh, there's been a lot.
All right. Hartson now with the ball. Oh, feeds Adams right underneath, and Adams hits an easy layup. So the game's within 4. 2.5 minutes to go. Maggie Sasso now with the ball. Penny Ennis is going to come back in for the Grizzlies.
I'd like to
Reese
see
Still.
Astano check back in.
Meredith Winterburn hits
big
a
shot.
3. That was a big shot. Very important shot. Winterburn. Here's Adam.
Oh,
So they're going to, who is this?
she
that
took
went down?
one to the face. Yeah, Meredith.
No, Meredith won't stay down. She took a shot. So we're going to call a timeout.
Yeah, coach is going to take a timeout. Otherwise, he would have had to come out of the game because he came onto the floor. So if she takes a timeout, then he doesn't have to bring her out.
Right. So he's doing that to give Meredith a little bit of a rest.
Yeah.
Meredith took a shot to the head,
Yeah.
too. at
And you know the
Pinkerton.
flashback I just had is the night that I don't believe you were there last year at Winnicunnet when she hit Meredith and knocked her tooth out. Do you remember that?
Ava?
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
Ava.
No, it was Meredith knocked Ava's
Ava's
tooth out. Yeah.
yes.
So the sisters in the pre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the
That's
flashback.
the, yeah, I saw her go down. I thought she got hit right in the mouth. I thought, oh, geez, the Winterburns don't need another dental bill.
So this is a 7-point game now.
Yeah.
Once you get the feeling that the Grizzlies are going to, oh, here it is. They're
But
taking
every
control.
time I felt that
and
way.
then Alvirne comes right back in again.
Yeah.
So they're going to give Winterburn a little bit of a rest.
And Alvirne's done a good job coming out of timeouts with a set play each time that they've scored on. So let's see what they do here.
Yep. So Allard's going to inbound this. And she's looking for Anderson, but nope. Feeds Hartz underneath. Back out to Allard. Allard over to Floyd. Over to Anderson. Back out to Hartson. Hartson goes in on Morgan
save.
Dodge and does a layup. Maggie Sasso with the ball. Sasso out to Morgan Dodge. Puts up a 3 off the rim. Penny Annis grabs the ball, goes down with it. Still to Caps. Morgan Dodge, what's going on?
In 3 seconds, Penny just kind of got up and stayed in the middle of the lane.
Watch your rotations in the middle. Jules,
still comes out, and Meredith Winterburn's back in. Hartson now. Hartson tries to feed Anderson up top and hit her. Anderson now to Allard. Allard steps back for the 3. Off the rim, Penny Annis with the ball. Comes down with it, but it's a jump ball.
A white ball.
Yep.
I should have had a spot on my sheet to keep track of times Penny hits the floor, because it will be in double digits right now.
Easily. Maggie Sasso now with the ball. 1.5 left to go. Meredith Winterburn, Morgan Dodge. Ooh, Morgan got her own kind of rebound to pass to Sasso. Meredith Winterburn, Allard. Oh, Allard almost got the steal, but Winterburn kept it. Adams on her, and Largy's going to call a timeout.
It's getting harder for me to breathe. It's like suffocating in here.
Yeah, he's trying to get the girls to calm down a little bit, slow it down. We got a 5-point lead.
Yeah.
This is Grizzlies' game to win if they can slow it down in the offensive zone.
Take care of the ball, yeah.
Take care of the ball. And obviously the Broncos are going to go all out to try to get it, let them draw the fouls. Yeah. And we just have to be patient. But
the thing that scares me is we have not taken care of the ball all night. We've seen sloppy passes, and true that. That's the second time tonight.
Yeah, you like that
I
thing,
do like
huh?
it. That's your new tagline, true dat.
True dat.
But they have
True
not
dat.
taken true dat. They have not taken care of the ball at all. So you got a minute here, like you said. The clock is the enemy. You got to eat some clock. They got, on the second foul by the Broncos will be in the bonus, and you want to make sure your best shooters have the ball.
Absolutely. Yep. So I mean, if I'm Coach Largy, I'm just telling him to stay calm.
Yeah.
And there's no reason for us to even shoot the ball.
That's right.
Just hang on to it.
That's right.
All easy passes, handoffs, no cross-court stuff.
Yep.
Just nice and easy. So the Broncos are coming out, and they're looking to get the ball back because they need to score. So Meredith Winterburn inbounds this for Maggie. Maggie, she's just waiting. Hartson around Allard. Morgan Dodge. That was their chance to kind of foul Morgan, but they didn't. Now it's Meredith.
They had her
out
trapped
to
in
Caps.
the corner, too.
They're waiting. Rogers now fouls Caps. So that'll be the 4th foul. Rogers.
So the next one you're shooting, I'd like to see this ball in Maggie's hand.
Yep. Maggie's the one you want to have it,
Just
and she
hold
does.
it as long as you can.
To Caps. Caps back to Maggie. There was no Caps now. Adams and
timeout. Timeout.
So
full
timeout was
that may be. I'm putting in mind that may be his last timeout. I'm not sure.
Well, 36 seconds. Theoretically, we shouldn't need
It's
anymore.
a long way to go, though.
I know. It feels like that was long. Is there anything wrong with like when Maggie had the ball there at center court? Couldn't she just sit there and hold it literally for 30 seconds?
Yeah, you can until the defender comes on you. Then you have 5 seconds. So really, you have 5 seconds to move, and then you can move again. If she stays with you, you got another 5. You can eat 10 seconds pretty easily.
Right.
The part that I think coach is going to tell them, you got to stay away from the sidelines and the baseline because it's much easier to trap. This becomes an extra defender along the sideline. So right where Keeley had the ball here on the sideline, there's 2 defenders, and now she's got nowhere to go this way. You're going to really, really feel the pressure.
And that's why he had to call the time.
So stay away from these sidelines. Look to the middle, and quick movements. Pass and cut, pass and cut. It's going to be interesting. I think we're far from over.
Yeah, I know. Well,
and there's under a minute.
We knew going in this game was going to be tight, but I didn't know if we knew how tight. But, I mean, the thing is, too, very low. I mean, look at how low scoring this is. I mean, Bedford usually would have more points than both these teams together by now. So here we go. Meredith Winterburn's going to inbound this. 36.2 seconds. Lady Grizzlies with a 5-point lead. We just got to keep the ball. Inbounds it to Morgan Dodge. Winterburn
There's the
tries
turnover.
to feed Penny Annis. But Adams got the ball. Adams works her way down the court. Adams out to Anderson. Anderson intercepted by Caps. So Caps now. And Alvirne, did he get a timeout called in time?
No, foul.
Oh, it was a foul.
Yeah.
20, that's Hartson.
Only her first.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. With how much she's played in this game
played
and
quite a
how
bit,
aggressive
yeah.
she's been, she's a very good player.
Yeah, she's got 15. Her average is right around 10, so.
Obviously half the points then. See that? See how I did that math right in my head like that?
Impressive.
I know.
True dat. True
True
dat.
dat. True dat. Caps missed the first one. It'd be nice if she can get one here. That would give them some wiggle room from threes and everything else. Come on, Caps. Kaylee hits it. 36 points, 18.8 seconds. Boy, this has been a long 36 seconds, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Allard goes down. Caps to Sasso. Sasso now with the ball.
Gotta
Meredith
give it across.
Winterburn to Caps. Feeds it.
That's
Penny Ennis underneath to Caps. Meredith Winterburn, and she's just going to kill the clock. Well, this was a gritty game, and the Grizzlies had to work to win this thing.
Yeah.
So they really had to work.
Yeah, hats off to Alvirne. I thought their game plan was really good. Their defensive pressure was excellent. Not blessed offensively. Not blessed offensively, but they hustled for 4 quarters straight.
This is a hard-working team.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was impressed with the Broncos from that point of view.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was another dogfight. So we'll bring that up in Coach's Corner. We'll do a couple interviews tonight. Have an idea who one of them will be.
We do, yeah.
And so we will be back for interviews and the Rose Between Two Thorns very shortly. So, Jen, we're signing off. Welcome back, Grizzly fans, live from the Grizzly Den, and we're here where Goffstown went through a nail-biting win. Dogfight, for sure, with one of the roses of the game, and it's two, actually. It's Miss Abigail Estano, and here she is making a appearance with the other Abigail Estano. You had an unbelievable game tonight, 3 for 3-pointers. Senior night, so it was a good night to be the first time Rose. So what was the strategy coming into the game tonight?
Mostly just driving and making sure we're looking for the kicks and just passing the ball quickly because we knew that they were going to attempt to trap.
Yeah, there were the 2 threes in the first half. And then there were a few other threes you shot were a little bit off.
Let's not talk about it.
No, but I'll tell you what I'm proud is that you jumped back in there and took that next one because the next one went in. And this one late in the game was a big shot.
It was important. Yeah.
But on top of the 3 threes, there were so many times we said, rebound by Abigail, a steal by Abigail. You were very active tonight, so great job.
Thank you.
Talk a little bit about playing with this group of seniors. You played with them for a number of years. A special night for you guys to celebrate tonight, but over the 4 years, what's it meant to be part of the Grizzly family?
The Grizzly family is just insanely supportive. They're always if you make a bad mistake, they're always there to put you back up. This group of seniors, and this whole team, they never get down on you for a mistake. They only look forward to your next great move. And I think that's very important because it just really keeps you motivated and keeps your eyes on the prize.
Yeah, that's true. Defensively, like Rob was mentioning, you were definitely a standout tonight. What were you looking to do or create defensively? I mean, what was your mindset?
I was just going in, my mindset was just to be as aggressive as possible and get as many, just go for the ball, because one of the biggest things that Largy has been pressing down on us at practice is that aggressiveness and going for the ball, going for the rebound. So I just really wanted to try my best to do that for him and show that I can.
Okay. You did it tonight, I'll tell you that. Yeah. Now the other thing I was impressed with, and don't yell at me if I get this wrong, but in the pregame program and ceremony, you're going to pre-med and lots
we were both impressed.
Yeah, we don't even know what half that stuff means.
Right. There was a lot of big words.
It was, and a dual enrollment with some other place. So
yeah, it's going to be.
Tell us a little bit about what you hope to do in the future.
So my plan is to go into medical imaging, and that has been my plan for a while. And then I recently heard about PA and how I could go into health science and go on a PA track. So I still wanted to stick with my medical imaging, and so my plan is to get my associates in medical imaging while starting my track to PA, and then so I can start working in medical imaging and then go to school at night or something to work towards my PA if I want to.
Well,
we're impressed.
We are very impressed. Like I said, there were a lot of big words in that. And we were impressed with your game tonight. It was, I got to say, it was a pleasure watching you over the years, even though you weren't watching our broadcast.
I'm very sorry. I'll go back and watch every single one.
So there you go. That's exactly what you have to do. So, again, we're joined Abigail Estano, checking out senior night, now the playoffs. Do we know when the first game is?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah.
It is Tuesday night.
Yes.
Okay.
7 o'clock, I think?
I heard 6.
6?
But don't quote me yet.
It might be that. I don't know.
Tuesday night, Abigail will be there. We'll be there. So we're signing off. We'll be back with the second Rose. Thank you.
Thank you.
Live from the Grizzly Den, we're back with, I know you guys are,
So
Grizzly fans
surprised.
are so shocked and surprised by the Rose tonight. But we figured, hey, she's a senior, we'll cut her some slack and give her a little
Yeah,
airtime.
thanks, guys. Thanks.
Miss Maggie Sasso. Rob and I talking the pregame going into the game, we knew that this Alvirne team was going to be kind of a tough bunch. And
Yeah.
we were glad you were playing a team like this, sort of chippy.
Yeah.
And it wasn't going to be a game where you guys were going to get killed in or a game where you guys were going to just walk all over them. So we wanted
For sure.
This was you guys made it a lot tighter than we were
I know.
kind of hoping and
I know.
thinking. So
Yeah.
what do you think happened?
I think it starts with our defense. Like, once we get loose there, then our offense just crumbles as well. So I think just to be able to clean up the defense will be helpful. Like, when we go into ice, to be able to force those turnovers and not just let them get it up the court, because that's just not what it's there for. But I just think that our mindset wasn't there at all.
Well,
including me.
We were a little worried because Rob had mentioned, rightfully so, because he was thinking in the very beginning, we were wondering how quick you guys were going to get on the horse because, the emotions of senior night and
Yeah,
the
for sure, for
delay
sure.
and taking the pictures and seeing the family and all that. But you seemed to come out pretty quick. It was the second quarter where we just seemed to die.
Yeah. I think it's just mentality at that point. Like, we did come out strong, but then I think we settled. We got comfortable in the game, and we can't let that happen at all.
Yeah, I would say you definitely were strong at 15 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And I noticed offensively it looked like a lot of high screen and rolls.
Yeah.
And I think we had the matchup early on with Penny and Ella down low. It was going to allow us to maybe, get that ball in the paint a little bit. And then felt like we backed off of that.
Yeah.
And got a little comfortable. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, we were thrilled to see Abigail step up tonight.
So awesome.
2 huge threes in the first
So
half, and then that
awesome.
one down here. I mean, that
Yeah.
was a huge bucket.
Oh, for sure.
And there were also a couple times where the Grizzlies needed a basket, and Maggie did what Maggie should do, and that's give me the ball. I'm going to the hoop.
Oh, this Maggie.
This Maggie, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to the hoop, and I'm either going to score or I'm going to get fouled.
Yeah,
And there were
yeah.
some points down there where it looked like you got them on your back, and you just had to do it.
For sure.
Things weren't going your way tonight.
Yeah.
The shots were just rolling in and out. It just
Yeah.
felt like
Yeah.
it was one of those nights.
It's going to happen.
What goes through your mind on a night like that?
I'm just so frustrated, and it's taken me a long time to get past that frustration. I think I'm finally starting to get there, but definitely frustration at the base of it.
Yeah.
But to be able to get some clutch baskets was important, though.
It was
and
important.
I'm glad I could do that.
And you can
tonight.
build off that. We
Yeah.
want to see you move forward. And
Yeah.
it's not all doom and gloom. It definitely, there
No,
were some
yeah.
bright spots tonight. So
Yeah,
we build off that.
Yeah, take this as a lesson, not as something to be
That's
upset
right.
over.
Keep your head up.
Well, and the good thing is, again, I think it was one of those character building games.
Yeah, for
And the
sure.
important thing is really pulling it out at the end. And you guys get the victory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
playoffs. It's going to be a little bit of a different story.
Definitely.
You only can screw up once, really.
Yeah.
So what's the mindset you think going into Tuesday night now? What are we going to
I think we just have to take our frustration from this game and just fuel it into fire, really, honestly. Feel like we never want to feel like this again, and just make sure we don't. And just I don't know, just bring the intensity, honestly, because that was just not good.
I feel, and I think you'll agree with me, I feel that this room has the character to do that. So you girls should
100%, yeah.
definitely be able to step up, and no reason why you can't
Yeah.
put this in the rearview mirror and just really kind of kick some you-know-what on
Yeah.
Tuesday.
We can't sulk on this at all. We need to get back in the gym, and we need to work harder and just focus and practice and focus on winning that first round playoff because we should. Because
It's all there. And we said several times tonight, this is the time. They're going to come out of the timeout, and this is it. We're going to get some separation. It just
Yeah.
didn't happen.
Kept feeling like it was going to come.
Yeah.
The pieces are there, and it'll
Yeah.
come together. So tonight's a special night because, Maggie, you've been a Rose for how many times? We want to cash
Pay you.
out and pay you. It's fake money. Sorry.
I was like,
Why
what?
didn't you just let her walk out with it?
Did you see the look on her
like,
face?
yes.
I hope Jen has
I
that
need-
recorded for us.
I needed that. I needed that, guys.
This is part one of your tuition payment.
Oh, that's good.
I want to talk about
I
the
was like-
future for Maggie.
Oh,
I
yes.
heard Clemson or College of Charleston,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
So a little Southern girl. I'm proud of you. The South is where it's at.
I know,
weather.
Caroline.
We lived down there for a long time. What do you think you want to do when you get off to college?
She has no idea.
I have no idea. Like, I'm going to go undeclared, kind of get my gen eds out of the way, and then figure it out. I'm not worried. I end up figuring it out, and I'll be all right.
I'm not worried about Maggie either. She's
I'm
a
not
genius.
either. But there's a lot of schools in the South, like those two. Why those two?
Clemson for the sports and the academics. That's a pretty competitive school academically. I was super happy to get in there when I got in. And then College of Charleston, it's just so pretty there. I would just love to stay in that city, be in that city. And I want to be preferably at a liberal arts school, so that would give me that.
Charleston, one of my favorite cities.
So nice,
Yes,
so nice.
It is the best.
I have a sister who lives right
It is the
outside.
best. So if you end up at Clemson, we'll talk. I have some friends that work
Oh,
there. so
nice.
if they need to take care of you.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on you,
That's
too.
right.
Yeah, you know, big party animal.
Where was Maggie Friday night? But it is a great atmosphere. Holy cow. I mean, just with the sports and the football and basketball, ACC sports, that's awesome. So
no, for sure.
we wish you good luck.
Thank
We're gonna
you,
miss
guys.
You, but,
I'm going to miss you both of
as
you.
we said during
Well,
the
you'll
broadcast.
come back and visit.
Oh,
Yes.
of course.
As we said during the broadcast, the 4 that were seniors last year, it's hard to believe that they're almost done with their first year of college.
I know.
It flies by.
It's wild.
It does go by fast. Maggie, anyway, you've been a Rose all year,
season.
and for 4 years
We
you've been
love
a Rose
watching
in my
you.
mind, and you've been great to watch. And now we're looking forward to big things in the playoffs. So
For sure.
this is not it by any means.
No.
So Tuesday night we'll have a home game. We'll be back.
Yeah.
And we'll be watching. So we're signing out. Coach's Corner. Okay, Grizzly fans, Coach's Corner. We're here with Coach Largy. Rob and I were talking, pregame and before
Bob,
we went out. We're back.
Yeah, Bob hit the screen. He hit the power button.
I didn't hit anything.
Are
we still
But
live?
anyhow, we're back, and we had a little technical glitch.
Called Bob.
I guess I moved.
Don't do it again.
I won't touch it. I promise. Anyhow, we were talking before the game that we figured that this game was, it was a good competitive team, and we figured it was going to be tight. But it was a whole lot tighter than we thought it was going to be. So first quarter, we thought we'd come out a little slow because of the emotions and the delay in the game for senior night and all that. First quarter, I thought we came out pretty good. Second quarter, something happened.
Yeah, 17-7. First quarter, things looked good. We were executing. We were, I thought, moving the basketball well. Defensively, we're getting into passing lanes. We were being aggressive with the half-court stuff. Sometimes I feel like we get so sped up, both offensively and defensively. We just stop thinking about how to play basketball, if that makes any sense. Because I was
could
really,
see it.
Yeah, I was just trying to piece it together today, and get a little philosophical. Because at halftime, I almost just kept walking out the door because it looked nice, just walking down the hallway, and there's just long corridor, and hey, the parking lot's there. Like, to me, it was just like it's one of those games where when things aren't going well, you've got to just slow things down. You know, you can't just kind of rush every single decision. You can't kind of force things, and that's what we tend to do. And that, like, so we were 17-7 in the first quarter, and then it was a 9-1 them second quarter, I think, or they went on a 9-1 run at some point in the second quarter, and so that closed the gap. And now we're panicking more because now they're closing in on us. So it's just one thing leads to another, and it's like all you got to do is just play one possession at a time and just forget about the last play that happened. Forget about, you know, what the scoreboard says, what's on the clock.
Yeah, we did make comments about it, looking like the girls were thinking about what I should do next, and I don't want to screw up. Instead of just, you know, they all have the God-given ability to play basketball. Just play.
Just play.
Just play.
Right.
Play.
Called a timeout just to say that.
Yeah.
Just to say play back.
I think you called them all tonight, didn't you?
I did. I used all 5.
I know. I don't remember a time.
That's not a me thing.
No.
I like to keep them in the in the back pocket. You know. But the timeout was just like, I don't know what else to tell you right now. Like, other than you aren't playing basketball, you're running around.
Right.
And the basketball is involved.
Right.
But
Right.
we're not actually
True. Good
playing.
point.
Because to play a thing, you've got to think, you've got to use your brain, you've got to, you know, and we have the smartest team, definitely at Goffstown High School. It's the smartest team I've ever coached. These are like superbly intelligent people. And then sometimes
future doctors, future, rocket scientists, probably very much smarter than their coach, but well,
that's not hard.
The bar
I know.
very high.
I know. But they just either it's overthinking or it's getting sped up because this player's playing a little defense on me and I just don't feel comfortable and I'm just gonna panic.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. We kept saying all night, somebody's got to step up. Somebody's got to step up. One person that we felt like stepped up was Abigail.
Yeah.
Hit 2 big threes early on, and what I said to her was she missed a couple threes down here in the second half, but that didn't stop her. She hit that third 3, and that was a big 3 in the game.
That was
huge. It was huge. So really cool to see somebody like that step up on senior night as a senior,
right?
Where her minutes have been back and forth all year. She's always been out there working her tail off.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about Abigail for a few minutes.
Oh man, I mean, Abigail is just such a smart. She's again one of these super intelligent, highly intelligent, great athlete, good at multiple things. She's such a good shooter. And the only time I really got mad at her today was she hit her first 2, and then she missed her next 2 threes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking like they looked good. They looked like they were on, and they just missed. And then she got another kick out for a 3, and she was wide open.
She passed it.
And she passed it to Keeley, who was guarded, and she immediately came out of the game because it's like that's what you're in there for. You're in there like she's a great shooter. We watch her knock them down in practice all the time. And it's like you just have to have confidence. It goes back to that fear thing. Like, what are we afraid of? Like, why are you afraid of missing that shot? Like, that should be something that's where you're most comfortable on the floor. The other thing I think that changed the game for us, too, is she made a defensive play towards the end of the fourth quarter where she did, other than so she gets back, hustles in transition, is matched up with a kid that's taller than her, number 15, face cuts
Anderson,
her, which was a mistake, but Gail does a great job of making up for it, getting to the high side, contesting the shot, and then boxing out, getting a rebound, and finishing the possession there. That's something we've been working on all season, and she does it in a mismatch against a really good player and a size mismatch. So she is everything that we want this program to be, right? And all of our seniors have that. Penny, I think, did a great job with her energy in the fourth quarter of just not playing scared, going after every loose ball, ripping away rebounds, generating fouls on her outlet passes. So all of our seniors really brought something to the table today.
Yep, good point.
Yep. No, it was really good. Now, the other thing I just wanted to ask you about before we talk about Tuesday is that we did seem to get flustered a little bit when Alvirne really turned it on defensively and were kind of all over us. Is that something that we can that you can game plan for and plan for like in the playoffs. So
Yeah.
we don't have that equal frustration, because I feel if Alvirne was just a little better at shooting, it would have been a different result tonight. They could not bury a basket.
And
they were
that's
shooting from everywhere.
And that's not just Alvirne. I feel like we do that a lot anytime we see any amount of defensive pressure. And so in the locker room at the end of the game today, I said it looks like when you're being guarded with a little bit of pressure, it looks like you're in a hostage crisis and you're the hostage. But you have to realize, like, no matter what they do to you defensively, you know, nobody's got a weapon on the floor except for the ball, which you have, right? So when you're on offense, you need to be the aggressor, right? Not the
control.
Right. You're like, and so I think we let defenders and teams when they're behind dictate what happens when it's like, well, what can they really do? I mean, we have the ball, so they're not going to get it unless you give it to them. So we just have to have that mindset of being aggressive and not being on our heels and not inviting pressure and not being afraid and not letting that fear influence what we do next.
Agreed. Final regular season game, 13-5.
Good season.
In my book, that's a great season.
I think it's very good.
Yeah, you knew that you had some challenges coming into the season about, picking up some offensive slack from a year ago. But what a tremendous year. We thank you for doing these afterwards, because I know that you're just like us. It becomes a long night, and you got family and little ones to get home to. So
yeah,
they're here tonight. But thank you for doing this. We enjoy it. We do get some fans that occasionally tell us how they enjoy it too. So
well, the real thank you should be for you guys for doing this, because I you go around the state and you hear about you guys, like GTV does just such a great job.
Thanks.
Of the broadcast and the whole thing, and it's really something that we are proud of, because we've got people tuning in. I know grandmas, grandpas, and then also people, administrators at home, and like people that can't be here. So we're so grateful that we have the best broadcast team in the state.
Well, thank you. It's our pleasure, and it's fun to watch you and the girls. My question was just going to be real quick, and give me like a 15-second response. What is the one thing that preseason it wasn't on your radar? I just didn't think I'd get that out of this team. But now, 18 games later, you got it.
Our goal for the season, our season theme was compete. In everything that we do, compete in every drill, compete in every. So we just said our acronym was compete like a warrior. So that, like, claw. Our weapons are our claws, and we're Grizzlies, right? So. What I think we're able to do, this season in practice, we see it a lot more. In games like this, it shows a little bit that are not very finessey, but a little bit more rough and tumble, kind of look like a rugby scrum at times. And we come out of those on top a lot, and I think it's because of the way we compete and the way we practice. And, we get people like Morgan Dodge who take every drill, just want to win every drill. And it used to be like she wanted to win the drill that she liked.
Yeah.
She's like, I like this drill. I'm going to go hard in this drill. I don't like that drill. I'm going to maybe not. Right? Like, but now, like, she is at a point. So, and she's like just a microcosm of the whole team. I want to win that drill. I want to win every drill. I'm not good at this, but I'm good at this part of this drill. So I'm going to be good, and I'm going to make my teammates better. So I think we're getting there from a competitive standpoint. Like today, I thought we were getting pushed around a lot in the second quarter. They're getting a lot of second chances, a lot of rebounds. I thought in the fourth quarter we were the more aggressive, the more competitive team. So
yeah, we were. One last thing I wanted to bring up. I was hearing you in my mind. I don't know what that means, but it scares me a little.
It scares me too, Bob.
But it was after the Dover game. You had said a key point, which I remember, and you said the Dover coach had mentioned to you that, because we squeaked that game out too, the Dover game, and the coach had told you, or you told me he told you, that you guys have just been in a lot of dogfights.
Yeah.
This year, and we were talking about some of the dogfights we were in, like Trinity and the other games that were close. This was another dogfight, but you had also said that this builds character. So what are we looking for now on Tuesday night? Because we're going to have to obviously play better than we did tonight, but it's good that we had enough character to pull this game out when there were times they could have bailed.
Yeah, I mean, the dogfights aren't good for my hairline, my blood pressure, but they are good for, I think, a playoff team that, has been in those situations before. So I think, yeah, I mean, we'd like to win a few more games more convincingly and put them away. But I think first-round playoff game is going to be tough. You know, it could be Alvirne again, could be Exeter, could be BG, could be there's all kinds of scenarios that are going to play themselves out tonight. Being in a close game tonight, being in a close game, pretty much all season long, I think we've learned how to close those games out. So now we just have to hopefully play a better game than we did tonight, and use that in the fourth quarter. Use all those experiences that we've learned from, and just know wherever we're at, we can come out on top.
Yeah, I think it's going to pay off, and I still really want to sign this player because she's unbelievable.
Yeah, we're working on it.
All right. Anyhow, we're signing off Friday night GTV, but we're going to be back Tuesday, our first playoff game. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, thanks for everything. We'll
Thanks,
see
Coach.
you. Signing
Bob,
out.
thank
Thanks,
you.
Jen.
Thank you
Thanks,
both.
Dave. Bye.